and just looking back, as much as it is hard work, but at the same time, I'm glad I did it, especially at the time that I'm doing it now. So timing is the essence, and also being focused, and the consistency of things matters, and definitely tweaking how things are, and also finding new ways to market yourself, because I'm very, as much as I can be loud and excited in person, but being exposed in social media, I I'm very private when it comes to that. And I think it has to do with some type of personal vulnerability as well, because you're putting all this information out there. You don't know who's looking and how
Yeah.
they're going to take it. But so far for me, I think I'm getting a lot of positive feedback, and knowing how to say no. In the beginning, how I felt offended about the no's. I'm not going to lie, I was mad, especially. And I think finding that way to kind of navigate through, to just change my ways or thinking about made a difference in me. Definitely the presentation. I like I can say I'm in a new venture, a new person, thanks to the program.
Awesome. So I guess let's officially start. So I'll just count down from 3 seconds, and then we can just get going. I'm excited for you, man. This
Hair's
is great.
not done, but let's do this.
You know,
The day
we
has to
can't
go.
we can't even see it though because of the background.
Yeah. But you know what you always say, right? Ready or not, you're in business. You have to be prepared.
I know it. Like, I don't think so. So a lot of people don't understand. Like, people like real. So like when things are not perfect, like I can't even tell you the number of I work with coaches in general too, and the videos where they go sometimes with their hair crazy or they're not in their perfect makeup are the ones that make them the most money because people respect that. Awesome. So in 3 and 2 and 1 and let's go. Hello, my name is Bryce Tubbs. Here with me today is my client Sofia Printaps, and Sofia has been making some great progress, not just in her business but also in just her personality and her life as well in a very short period of time. So I wanted to share this with you today. Sophia, can you please tell us a little bit about your business and just who you are?
Sure. My name is Sofia Prentice, and a year ago I started a bookkeeping business. I am an accountant. I've been an accountant for about 8.5 years now, and I do work a full time at a higher education, uh, and it is also accounting. However, during the recession, not a recession per se, but the pandemic, I had to pivot my way because I was uncertain as to what was going to happen with my full time job. So, fast forward to today, I have a bookkeeping position and also working full time and doing consultations and training other bookkeepers like me. Super excited that I did the program because it taught me so many things.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, we've only been in it for probably like 29 days because the first couple of days was like set up. So I mean, like we have a
Mhm.
long ways to go, but let
Yeah.
let me ask you from like the beginning. So like what were some of the challenges you were going through before we started working together?
Well, the some of the challenges that I was going through was one, to navigate, to find a balance between my full-time job and also exposure to different clientels. And I think I didn't have a market niche, and I still don't, but however, I know how to target customers much better and exposing myself out there. And with this program, it taught me how to communicate, how to introduce myself, and presenting my products, and adding value pricing to what I offer.
Yeah, yeah, I'm excited because let me ask you this question. Like what were some of the frustrations or problems you were looking to solve like before you even started talking?
Time management, and also and pricing.
Uh,
And yes,
and where do we first meet?
we met through Facebook. in one of the groups, you introduced yourself to me. I think it was last year in September or October. And at that time, it wasn't right, but we reintroduced ourselves like 2 months ago, and here I am.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, yeah, that actually I do remember that. Yes, we met a long time ago, but just the timing wasn't great. So, something happened. There was a sickness or something. So I don't exactly remember, but I'm glad that we first reconnected. So,
Absolutely.
what really piqued your interest to even listen to me the second time?
Well, for one, you have to admit when you need help, when you need the help. And I truly believe in professional help with certain things. We are not good in everything. So if I have help with from an expert, that's going to help me steer to where I want to go and achieve my goals. And I knew how you presented yourself and what services you were offering. I knew I wanted to be part of that.
Yeah, and one of the cooler things, I know you've had a bunch of like QuickBooks training clients that you've picked up, but also can you tell us about that newest client who's set to pay you $17,400 in the first year?
Well, this first client, he's an auto mechanic and he has been shopping around. I've had him, but however, I had to change my pricing with him, and that's through this program. And what we do with he's currently a local client. However, I've learned with your program to kind of set boundaries in some ways with them, and also to increase my pricing and continue providing and extending services to him as he needed. So he's going to definitely need my service, and what we built a trust and we believe in the product that I'm selling. So
So,
hopefully continuing more to come.
yeah. What about the one that we were talking about yesterday? The one that's gonna pay you 9 grand for the cleanup and then 700 a month after.
So he is a contractor in a different state, and again, it's through the program. I did my best sales for me is not truly Facebook. I introduced myself with the scripts that we worked on together, and with LinkedIn Sales Navigator, I sent out my leads. And fast forward a few days later, he emailed me and asked me if I knew what the working process was. So I gave him a definition, and we set out a call, and I sold the customer what he needed. Uh, yeah.
Which, yeah, for those watching, Sophia is being very humble because we've come a long ways with her sales skills. Like for example, I think you were saying like you used to get angry when people.
Yes. It was so frustrating to me where you have a degree, you work so hard, student loans, and then you get these clientele that need basically free services to you, free consultation, and then they turn around and say, "Oh, I can do it myself," and I think it's worth $50. And to me, that was quite frustrating in the beginning, and I didn't really know what to insert when someone tells you something like that. So we had to work on that. And we definitely had to work on that. And to me, it's like, okay, if you can do it yourself, why are we on this call? So,
But that's also something interesting, right? Because there's it seems like a confidence shift, right? Because when we were first talking about sales, you were like, I want people to take me seriously. I don't know if I'm comfortable or confident. Like, how have you overcame that in the past like week and a half?
well, we've had a couple of one-on-ones where we practice, and I would bring, and I think it's being honest with yourself where you're lacking and what your weaknesses are is important. And also to finding what your styles of sales are. And you've always told me that. So one of the things that throughout the program that we worked on is working with you during the calls, the coaching groups, and as well as private one-on-ones that we've had. We kind of retweak on what I would say and how to respond. And I think that was it for me. That hit the nail right there. And I've been practicing.
Yeah. Like I don't think people understand. Like whenever I work with someone, it's like like your sales training wasn't even that as intense as some of the other people's. Like for some people, I say, okay, here's what they can say, and we do 40 to 50 different things they could say, and how to respond to each one of them. So it's like, man, you're a killer. But then also, do you think that now that you have more confidence and people are respecting you, does sales feel a lot easier?
It does. Now okay, originally I looked at sales as if it was being pushy and aggressive and hard, like someone's calling you 24/7 about, or your door at your door. Now I look at it differently with the techniques that you've taught me. And even during a conversation at a restaurant, I can be selling without someone really know what that I'm doing. And I've done it a couple of times where people are referring others to me. So to me, I would say yes, it's so much easier. It's a conversation now,
Mm.
and it's how you do it.
That's a good point, because like on top of the bigger clients that you've gotten, like you're getting a lot of both referrals from the local star process, and you're able to get a lot of QuickBooks training clients. Like, does it feel great now that you know exactly what to do to get clients?
100%, yes. It feels awesome, and it's all about how you're introducing yourself and how you're providing the service and the products, how you're seeing everything. I feel great.
Yeah, because now what it really comes down to is you maintaining your enthusiasm, being consistent, and just like with the stuff that we've been talking about, like you don't need a million clients. You can get 2 new clients a month if you keep doing exactly what you're doing. You're gonna be at $200,000, 10 to 12 months from now. So it's like,
And that is the goal. I, yeah, you always say that. Do not focus on the no's, focus on the yes, and staying consistent. And I'm learning it's throughout life. It's in everything that you do to remain consistent, especially if you want to reach your goals.
yeah, yeah. Especially for you, because like you're a very goal-oriented person, as I am myself. And like it's interesting. The day after we had that call where I said, don't worry about getting the client, just worry about talking to people correctly, doing a presentation. Then you call
Yeah.
me the next day like, hey, I got a big client.
Yes, yes, that's so true. That's so true. I was
It,
worried about the wrong things.
didn't it sound stupid when I told you that?
Yeah, I'm like, what does he mean? Don't worry. All my anxiety's kicking in. And then I did exactly what you said. And just, it didn't have to be perfect. It just had to be honest and genuine and present yourself and follow the steps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because can you talk a little bit more about that? You said that you were worried about the wrong stuff. I think it was like, are people taking me seriously? Is my like looks right? Can you tell me about that?
So to me, coming from a background of financial banking, we always talk about, and don't worry about today, we always talk about presentation, right? How you appear, people have to take you seriously, and you can say the best things, and appearance matters. And the one thing you said is that acknowledge it and don't focus too much on it, especially when you're presenting your product to the clients. And what I was doing originally is that I would, I'm not used to cameras, to what we're doing. I would put in the back of my mind, oh, am I turning right? Is my clothes okay? All the wrong stuff. And I wasn't really hearing what the clients are saying. So I just stopped worrying about that and focus on the product, which is what you've mentioned to me. So that that made a difference in my services.
Mhm.
And the next thing I was concerned about is pricing. How do I provide a service at value pricing rather than hourly? And we worked on that as well. And fast forward, here's the $9,000 client cleanup work. And third thing for me is the no's. What do you do with no's and how do you respond back? And I think a couple of weeks back, we worked on that a week ago, a week and a half. And guess what? It's been working on knowing what to respond and how to respond to those clients. Yeah.
Yeah.
And more to come. I'm sure.
Well, there's no way it can't, because it's like it's literally just math. Do the exact same thing
Yes,
repeatedly.
yes, I agree.
So yeah, I'm happy for you. Let me ask you this: would you recommend that other people work with me?
Definitely, I will, and
Nice.
I would. Yes.
But let me ask you this question: why do you think someone should work with me?
Well, if you're goal oriented like me and you have a certain numbers that you want to reach, definitely. I think anyone could be, if you have personal growth and development, this is a perfect program for you. And whether you have a client or not, I think you are going to benefit from this program because it tells you not only in the marketing aspect of it, some of those tools that you do learn from this program, you can also use it in your personal life as well. So to me, I would recommend this program to anybody to reach their goals, to have personal growth and development.
Mhm. Awesome. And then let me ask this weird question. So why should someone who is listening take action right now?
Why should action right now? Because of the results. If you're looking for results, go for it.
Yeah. Excellent. So let me ask this question. So where can people go to learn more about you online?
I am on Facebook, and my name is Sophia P. And I also am on LinkedIn currently, and it's Sophia Prentice. And I do have a website for my business. It's savvysoapbookkeeping.com. So feel free to book a consult.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time today. It's been so much fun working with you. And you have stretched me as a coach, like because it's different, right? It's different. Um, some of the stuff that you were going through, it wasn't that it was cookie cutter, but the way we have to explain it and that we try it is interesting. But
Yes.
once I explain it the way that clicks with you, it's just like boom, you just take it and you do it.
Yes, I agree because everyone learned differently and we all don't know everything. So thanks for that.
Yeah,
Adjustments is always great. Yes.
yeah, because you're incredibly smart. So it's
Thank you.
like
I just needed the confidence and also getting used to everything else.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can kill this thing. Like as long as you don't quit, there's no way you don't keep growing. So I'm excited
Thank
for you.
you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Bryce.
So thanks so much once again, Sophia. For those of you watching, have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. We're done recording in 3 and 2 and 1 and stop recording.